share with you my altered book that I made for my sister. So this is the book cover, and as you can see, I did some paste, what do you call that, texture paste with the stencils here for some texture. And the background is the Tim Holtz's optique, is it? Here's a picture of it. Comes on a roll, and I decoupaged everything on it. And here is the shot of the box, one of the boxes prior to completion. So anyway, here we go. So this is the whole box, and I will go over each of these areas. So this is the back of the front page. Again, decoupage and more texture paste right over here. And that is a rose that I colored pink with alcohol inks. And then there's a little free flying bird. This is a picture configuration of a little family scene. It kind of depicts my family. I have two sisters, so that's me and my two sisters' parents and one brother. And there he is, the youngest brother. So that's a white picket fence, and that's just a sticker that I found. And these little flowers along here that I hot glued on. When I glued these flowers on, I realized, as you can see, they were too bright for the shabby look that I was going for. So after I glued it on, I had to distress them with some distress inks, tea dye, old paper, vintage photo. You all know distress inks. And then going on to the body of the book. Here, this is an old-time bottle, and of course that doll is Tim Holtz's plastic doll, which has been painted to look old. And I took the liberty of removing some of the cards from the deck and bringing them out here. This Venus here is made of hot glue. I made it probably 10 years ago in a class I took in Berkeley with Suze Weinberg and her UT. That is fragments, and I just took a photo, put fragments over it, and surrounded it with little pearls. And then there's a sticker for my sister's initial, some lace in the background, flowers, and a key. Okay, going on here, this is just another old, fake ancestor photo from Tim Holtz or Ranger. Old Coke bottle I found. Some more roses. And this little spring scene, I actually had to make the bird and the robin's eggs and the nest from scratch with clay, Bimo clay, because I just couldn't find the miniature of the eggs and the nest that would fit into this little hole. So yes, they were painted and rolled up by hand, and the nest is a little bunch of sphagnum moss that I just glued together into a round nest. And these are more supposedly vintage brooch here, which I made. There is a tutorial on YouTube about how to make this little vintage brooch. And there again is more of the distressed roses and the quote chips relic, again by Tim Holtz. And this last here little box here, that is again like, they used to call it found relatives, but now, excuse me, now they call it paper dolls. And luckily they're already cut out for you. Yay. So I use those a lot. This little brooch here is, I made that in a class I took with Tim years ago. I don't know, it might be even 10 years now, in Berkeley. And I actually met Tim in that class. He is hilarious, I tell you. He's just great. Very funny guy. Love him. Anyway, more photos, more little glass bottles I filled with beads. These flowers, which, you know, as when you buy them, here it is. They come white. Yes, shocking white. But anyway, they were colored with Distress Zinc Oxide inks and Distress inks combination. There you go. And oh, those little postcards you see right there, you see those little miniature postcards? They were actually pulled from a bottle fragment like this one that I found. And here, last of all, it says here, embrace imperfection. Yes, everyone, embrace imperfection. And here you go. Now I have to pack this away and get it mailed off to my sister in one piece. I hope she enjoys it.